4 straight grand final appearances for G2. And again, we find them here against Version1, who have had quite a run through the brackets, Subi. They got a tall task here, having to win 2 best-of-7s against G2.
Yeah, and this feels very reminiscent of the V1 team that we were watching at the Winter Major. Looks like they are in peak form and in peak condition. So for G2 Esports, they're going to have to keep their eyes peeled because it's been a long time since they've taken down Version1. You almost have to rewind the clock an entire year, but right out of the gates, Atomic going to score first for G2.
Yep, things don't get started slowly for sure. JNAPS gets a nice carry and lines himself up on that 50 against Beast Mode, centering that ball for Atomic. Excellent job by JNAPS to set that ball up.
Yeah, and that's exactly the start you want for G2. You know, they came out today, got the job done early, but then they've been sitting on the sidelines watching, whereas V1 has been warmed up, been hot. So for G2 to immediately cool them down right in game 1, huge statement.
One of the biggest things G2 are going to have to contend with is that Version1 physical game. Torment is doubled and immediately denied by JNAPS. That's something you will always look at Calm. He will be looking for those bumps and demos, even Beast Mode, chipping a G2 player out of the way as Version1 getting set up on offense.
Yeah, and you've watched it all day today. V1 consistently getting under their opponent's skin. And when you see Calm with that big old grin across his face, laughing, pointing at the camera, you know that all of us fans are in for a treat.
Well, Beast Mode keeping Version1 in the half, but JNAPS puts it back out to the neutral zone. Play kind of dies for now. Atomic gets a cheeky shot out. Is right next to Beast Mode. Another pop-up here for JNAPS, and not really much building up for G2, though they are holding the line. Chicago getting that boost steal and chipping Beast Mode out of the way. All these little things, Subi, adding up to an extended G2 push. As Version1 still look for a clear.
Yeah, they're constantly keeping V1 on their toes. They don't know if it's going to be a long clear downfield or a little chip pass. And that shot doesn't find its mark as Beast Mode cuts out the angle, but look at the passing plays from G2. No one home there. They had to rotate back, but Atomic sniffed that pass out well, and Calm left all alone on the back line. Chicago going for an awkward play. Tried to pinch it in, but it squeezes off the post and out.
He wanted to set something up. If he could put that ball within JNAP's target, that could have been a goal, but that was tough to do. He had to come across the opposite side of the ball. Beast Mode sets this up for Calm. Redirect! What a shot from Calm!
And Calm calls outlet pass all the way downfield, gets that boost steal, and keeps his eyes peeled for the pass. And Beast Mode hits him on the dime. Calm, far post and in.
That angle was nasty because he had a defender coming up to challenge him. The rest of the net was covered. And Calm gets the one area on his hood to put it in the left side. And now Torment's got the reset, but the board's taken away by Chicago.
And lots of space afforded to V1 right here as Atomic goes up, gets a much-needed touch, and looks like G2, a little awkward positioning at the moment, but JNAP's going to carry that ball all the way downfield, get a bump on Calm, and here comes Chicago. Has Atomic looming, top of the box and sent away by Torment.
Beast Mode a little hoppy in the net. Wasn't sure where exactly the flow of the play was going. Now he's lost on the backboard. Calm has to come in. Version1 stuck on defense. Long pass that JNAPS has to screen way across for. Beast Mode finally coming up with a touch. Giving Version1 a little bit of time to recover. Beast Mode, no boost, will continue to push the ball. G2 hanging on to this lead. Or not lead, excuse me, it's tied up. Still felt like one as JNAPS pushes the ball back downfield. But G2 try to get set up again. Yeah.
They're still hanging on, you know? And honestly, Jorby, I'm quite surprised at the desk's predictions just going almost unanimously in favor of G2 here when, like I was saying, V1 on a tear today, looking in peak form. And, you know, we were talking before this series started, and first off, how lucky are we and everyone that we get this in our grand finals? 2 teams playing so well, going head-to-head. But, you know, I really would not be surprised if this goes to a game number 7. Now, I'm not saying bracket reset, but I could see a game 7.
I mean, absolutely. And think about Version1. I feel like these guys play with a constant chip on their shoulder. Even when they're starting to place consistently near the top of North America, there's still a lot of doubt around this team, and so they're in improvement mode. Torment launches that ball downfield. Calm getting up for this, but immediately defended by G2. Maybe Beast Mode's got something here in the corner. Off the ceiling, underneath, 2 resets. JNAPS pushed off the ball for a moment. And I swear, ever since last week in Europe, Oski hitting that double reset, everyone else is trying for double resets. I think we've seen like 2 of them. Calm with the demo, Beast Mode with the shot, and it's off the bar! It's out! It's in!
No.
Beast Mode collects, and Version 1 have the lead.
That ball just hovering on the goal line, blinking left and right, and somehow Beast Mode able to squeeze it in, but it all started with a double commit from G2 that led to pandemonium on the back half, and Version 1 able to capitalize.
G2 get the win on the kickoff. Beast Mode slams that against his crossbar. Pass over to Chicago, broken up by Beast Mode, who is starting to be all over the place, especially on the defensive half. But here's one from Com, and Chicago barely gets that save. So the ball just lightly bounced up above the crossbar. Beast Mode screens across. And Subi, you talk about that momentum, and it's certainly showing right now for Version 1. Their attacks on offense are looking lethal. G2 get out.
Yeah, the momentum is giving them a ton of confidence as well. Going head-to-head with the Winter Major champs, and more times than not, coming out victorious is Com. Gonna let that one get away from them. 15 seconds to go here, Jorby. G2 still need to break out of their half.
Atomic launches this downfield for Chicago. Wins the next touch. Beast Mode's up for this. JNAP squares up. Actually, JNAP has to leave. It was Atomic who had to square up. That's a high bounce off the ramp. Beast Mode read it immediately. Headed towards G2's net. Any play here for G2. Atomic's got space. Com's letting him come in. Now Atomic beyond the neutral zone. Got the 50. JNAP's next up. Here he comes. Take it down. Version 1, half game 1.
My goodness, Version 1 standing true and standing tall in game number 1, up to the challenge from G2 Esports. But it really felt like after that initial goal from Version 1 that tied it up with about 3 minutes to go in the game, that really flipped the script, and it put something in the back of G2's mind. And I don't quite blame them when you have Com constantly ripping through that goal line. As we take a look at the Mobile 1 high performance replays, you get to see a beautiful passing play from Beast Mode to Com. And after that, Jorby, that's where it just seemed to shift everything.
Yeah, G2 really weren't able to get a lot of offense going after that the opening 2 minutes, really. They were able to get downfield. They had that last try during the 0-second drill. But other than that, I mean, this was all Version 1. So G2 definitely have to get off this slow start as we head to Aquadome and not let Version 1 start to run away with this. This is kind of what started to happen against NRG earlier in the tournament.
Yeah, and how odd as well as we kind of commended the hot start for G2. They scored just 8 seconds into game number 1, and then after that, couldn't find another. So hot and cold is G2, and we're heading into Aquadome. Let's see if G2 can tie the series up.
Com, air dribble denied by Chicago. G2 only amassing 6 shots on net in the last game. They have been one of the better offenses in North America as JNAPS wins a big 50. Atomic's already downfield, and they start just like they did last game with an Atomic goal.
Huge 50 here from JNAPS. I thought that was very risky, but sometimes when you go all in, you win a huge pot, and that one all in favor of JNAPS, and Atomic just had to send it between the sticks. Like you said, G2 up early yet again.
Atomic from the neutral zone, another shot, and it's right into Torment. Version 1 having to play some more defense. A bit slow coming out. Com with no boost, gets the first flip over. Beast Mode's ready for that follow-up. Beast Mode's so deadly in that, for me, the second man spot is where Beast Mode can be really the most lethal. He's always so aggressive with his positioning, and it puts him in spots where you don't necessarily expect him to be a lot of the time, and it's such a threat down the field.
And one player that we need to see wake up today is Chicago. So far through, one and a little bit of another game, we haven't seen much of him. It just could be because he started the day early and had to kind of sit on his controller ever since. But once he starts going, that's when G2 seems unstoppable.
It does feel like it's been Atomic and JNAP setting up a lot of the play on offense. Chicago getting involved. He tries to get this ball out right here. Pass in front. JNAP's had to deal with the chip, so Chicago will take it himself. And that one taken away by Com. Chicago starting to come to the forefront. Beast Mode puts this one up. Chicago back over to Naps, who takes the ball away on the rebound. Chicago coming in quick. And a quick defensive stop for G2 puts them back in the blue half. JNaps underneath, got the reset, but Beast Mode takes it away.
And I loved the positioning we saw there from JNaps. Sitting right up top, the elbow of the box, kind of just waiting for that shot to come out and didn't even give a shot. Oh my goodness! Atomic just sitting, waiting, and poaching that shot, just narrowly misses, and the crossbar denied.
Well, you called out Chicago, and then all of a sudden he started producing. It was even earlier, he looked a little bit like Arsenal, jumping in front of the clearance lanes where challenges could happen for version 1. They weren't able to score on that play, but Beast Mode's coming forward. That one taken away by G2. Atomic gets there quickly. G2 having to play a lot of defense against version 1, and that one taken away again by Chicago. Torment's got a free ball from the side wall. Plays underneath Atomic. He's got Calm in front.
No way.
A bouncer off the post and in. Beast Mode collects.
V1 playing with their food in the defensive half. Bye-bye, see ya, over Chicago, and Beast Mode with the cleanup. But it all starts with Torment and the nuisance play from Calm. V1 rolling downhill.
This is the kind of gameplay that version 1 pull off consistently. It's annoying to play against when all three of them it feels like all three of them just crash the box in front of you, when really it's Calm most of the time. And then Torment and Beast Mode just follow up, and it turns into a scrum in the box almost every time with version 1. You know, Beast Mode every now and again, he gets a pop-off mechanical play, but most of the time, these goals are dirty, down in the trenches for version 1. But they get the job done. Beast Mode going out in midfield.
And it's strange how often that they can do that, and they don't get punished for it. You'd expect, okay, this looks like a triple commit, but no, they seem to always score on their opponents. They're just always all three on the same page, but hold the phone here is G2 getting ready to go on offense, and Torment tries to get that around Atomic, and Atomic, not the greatest touch, turns that ball over, and look how close Beast Mode was playing to Calm. He knew that ball was going to drop straight down.
Chicago, quick transition. He's got the first touch. He needs a follow-up. Atomic waited, thought a touch would come. Instead, he's got to launch it to the backboard. Gonna get the boost stealed. Quick shot from JNaps. Calm had to dive for that. Still, the pressure from G2, not enough to keep version 1 away from the ball. Calm got his corner boost, now has to wait for Chicago. No one gets it, and they almost got him with the feint. Atomic almost drilled that ball through Chicago in front of the box. Denied by Beast Mode, flying in. Torment was also there on the defense. Wasn't needed this time. It's not over. Atomic throws it against the backboard. Nobody there. Chicago a little late against Beast Mode. JNaps turns this ball back around. Chicago in the corner. Who's he gonna pick? He picks JNaps, but Torment's in the air. Calm double
it was open,
and he lands onto the ball. Atomic gets back to his own touch. Beast Mode, the last man back. Just when you think it might fall apart for version 1 or G2, somehow either team comes up with a touch. And here's another launch downfield. JNaps can't put it on target.
I might be crazy, but I swear Atomic had a wide open lane straight down the center of the field to an open net, but here comes JNaps. He gets it over the top of Torment, and finally, after all the offensive pressure, G2 finally causes version 1 to crumble.
The pressure gauge breaks. Torment, the shot's just too hard for him to handle. A nice catch from JNaps. They finally caught that version 1 rotation out. Like you said, Subi, immense pressure from G2 on that push. It got a little janky in the middle there, but they made it work. Chicago pushing the ball forward, pushes Beast Mode out of the way. Version 1 now in a spot where they have to respond. Off the ramp, Beast Mode pushes it out on the 50.
Great.
Might have one last chance here, but Atomic's all over it, and that's gonna go in. G2 have Aquadome in hand on the way to game 3.
And ties the series up to boot as Atomic gets just a little tap to go right around Calm, and V1 sent their offense forward, and you can't quite blame them. Less than 10 seconds to go, down by 1. You gotta send everything plus the kitchen sink. And with this ball hitting the ground, series gonna be all tied up, and G2 taste their first victory in the grand finals.
That's the thing about G2, Subi, is that when they get onto offense, and as soon as they get one boost steal and they get that 50, they are so hard to get. They're so hard to get the clear against. It's why they've been so consistent for the last 4 tournaments, including the major. Looking at the Mobile 1 high performance replay, there wasn't a lot in this game. Most of it came at the end. And again, a lot of gritty, very, a war of attrition almost, it feels like, with G2 on offense. But they got the job done.
And it feels like really polarizing play styles on offense here between G2 and V1, where V1 super aggressive, super fast to move downfield. And then you look over at G2, they could do the same. But in this game, where they found success was playing laterally, going left to right consistently, keeping V1 having to go boost to boost to boost, trying to pick up those little dime pads. And eventually all that boost ran out and G2 was able to find the hole. And it's just so frustrating to play against both of these teams. You just constantly have to have your mental awareness in peak form.
We're heading to game 3 in version 1. And try to get things back underway for them. They had a thriller against NRG, going up 3-1 in that series, and then eventually having to close it out in game 7. And so as they play against G2 here, it's a bit of a different matchup. Version 1 not playing nearly as much offense. In fact, they're having to play a lot more defense than they did in that NRG series. And it's all about maintaining your composure on defense against this G2 team. Even one double commit and one slight mistouch is going to put that ball in the back of your net. Players have taken their sides of the field. Game 3 about to get underway.
Well, and that's always been a downside to those demo-heavy offenses that we see is, yeah, it works great when you make contact with a defender, but if you line up, swing, and miss, you are out of position and your team is forced to scramble back at a man disadvantage, and that's what we saw here in game number 2. But heading into game number 3, G2 once again off on the heavy foot, looking to score early.
Calm. Couldn't get a solid touch out of that ball. Torment and Beast Mode had to wait. Version 1 losing the kickoff. Start out on defense. See Atomic just being annoying in front to Calm. He even got a chip on him on his way out on the rotation. Slowing things down. Version 1 gonna try again here. This time a dribble out from Beast Mode. Got the read over to Torment. Maybe Version 1 could get set up here, but Atomic straight up for it. Forces Calm and Beast Mode back.
How does he get that much power to send it all the way to midfield? He was going straight up and somehow, I mean, he just pulls out the mechanics left and right. Atomic, such a fun player to watch. Look at that pass downfield to Chicago. Flip, reset, and G2 score 1 minute into game 3.
Chicago levitating for this one. Gets up for it. You think he's going to redirect? He lands a perfect reset on that ball. No boost. That was absolutely ludicrous, Chicago. That was dirty. The no boost perfect catch. Come on, man.
You know, Jorby, this game's kind of, it's insane. But this is really reminding me of watching a great, hold the phone, watching a great basketball player. You know, it's like watching Steph Curry. You don't want to let him see that ball go in the back of the net. So the worst thing you can do is foul him, send him to the free throw line. What happens in game 2? You allow that ball to go downfield. Chicago scores with 2 seconds remaining, and he goes, oh, that's what it's like to score. And you awaken the beast. Chicago has been activated, and Calm almost tucks that one in.
Oh, Torment's got a chance at it. Low shot. Chicago easily defends. Still has to screen across because Calm's up next. Off the ceiling, straight down, and saves off the post and bounce. Atomic got the touch, and it bounces off the post and out. Now JNaps has the transition. Rips it high. Beast Mode's got the touch. Atomic gonna catch this ball out. G2 not done with the push. Big 50. Chicago boosting forward. Sees Calm in front and has to pull off. Breaks the Rule 1 against Torment. It's gonna upset some people. I think the Rule 1 curse is kind of real.
Oh, it
I've seen teams lose to that. I'm sorry to scare you G2 fans, but I saw Chicago backflip off of that, so we'll see what happens.
You know, Jorby, I had a dream last night, and I was playing Rocket League 3v3, and I got into a Rule 1 with a teammate, and it turned into a nightmare because I didn't know what to do. Do you break it? Do you
don't Rule 1 with your teammate. Absolutely
okay.
not. Absolutely
okay.
not. I'm sure there's at least one person out there that's going to disagree with that. But regardless, version 1, sweeping across. Torment got the bump, but Chicago was the guy making the stop off the back wall. Beast Mode steals the ball away. Calm next up for version 1. They've been able to stay in the orange half. They've had a couple of quality opportunities, and a pause comes in, and we'll get word on where exactly the pause is coming from. Looks like G2 requested it, and we'll get everything going underway. So as soon as we figure out what's going on, and we'll figure it out. But G2 taking a quick pause here, and they were feeling that pressure, Subi. as Beast Mode and Calm were, and even, I mean, Torment really getting involved on offense.
Yeah, and right there we were seeing a nice lateral infield pass that was broken up. But yeah, again, G2 starting to get pushed back, and I honestly don't blame them. If it is not a level playing field and you have the slightest bit of delay on your end, you got to call for a pause, get it figured out, especially in the grand finals. So much on the line and so many implications, not only for the spring major heading to London, but also for Worlds. So many points could be attained here today that you don't want something like a little keyboard clack messing you up.
Well, it does look like Chicago saying he's been lagging. It looks like that is the nature of the issue. And we'll see if his internet can get fixed up. And we can get back
went
underway.
Outside to climb the utility pole to try and fix his cable.
Yeah, he's going to bang on the transformer. Well, that's not actually going to work. Don't go bang on your transformer to get your internet to work.
Don't do that.
That'll take out your electricity, which will take out your internet.
And possibly you, so don't do that.
But looking at the Mobile One high performance replay of the 2 games we have played so far, it has been close. Subi, even that game 2 where G2 got those goals near the end and ended up taking the game, most of that game was 1 goal. And I think G2, we were saying it in game 3, Chicago hitting that flip reset goal really starts to feel like that beast is awakening. But Atomic has been lights out the entire time. I mean, every single touch is quality. He's always creating value whenever he's behind the ball. Even when he's off the ball, Atomic's been creating value. What a pickup for this team.
Absolutely. And then you also have to commend G2 for picking up Sathu as a coach, because not often do we see teams make big roster moves and find as much success as G2 has. And you got to put some of that on Sathu, figuring out how to make this roster work, figuring out the plays that are going to work best for mechanical players like Atomic and JNaps in Chicago. So much on his cap too. But like I was saying when this series first started, Jorby, we're in for a treat. I don't think Stacks is going to be right with a Game 5 G2 wins. I think we're going to 7. I think every game is going to be within 1 goal. It just feels like all it's going to take today for one team to be successful is capitalizing on those little mistakes of their opponents.
I think another interesting story is I think we're going to be getting the game back underway soon. And again, reminder for everyone, we are in the middle of a pause in game 3 of the grand finals, but it looks like we're about ready to go and to get underway. But a story that I think is interesting, Subi, is Torment and his journey just in general as an RLCS player, where so many players have fallen off and haven't been able to make it back, have retired. Torment still produces at a high level. And at some point, people are thinking, okay, Torment, you got to fall off eventually. But instead, he's just getting more mechanical and he's just getting more involved on offense. He's still a top tier defender.
It's crazy.
But he's still, how is he still getting better in a sea of, I mean, insane players that we've had in the second, third, fourth, like now 4th generation of Rocket League pros? And Version 1 right off the pause and the kickoff, get the goal. Torment scores.
I mean, it kind of felt like they were going to do this right before the pause happened, so they come right out of the gates, win the kickoff, and Torment takes that cleanup from Calm and ties us right up. But right back to Torment, Jorby, you know, he has been around for so long and been such an integral part of not only the RLCS, but the Rocket League community in whole. He has just been streaming for such a long time, getting involved, making everyone feel welcome. And yeah, just to see how much success he has had and continues to have, it's a beautiful thing.
Version 1 tying it up. Beast mode grabs the ball in the neutral zone. Chicago squares up on the 50, trying to break out. But still, they push forward. Atomic wins against Beast mode there. Gonna allow G2 to get set back up. Chicago's been working on low pads for a little while. It's a hard clear here. We'll get a boost steal as well. Maybe G2 can get set up, but everyone's retreating against Torment. JNap's just trying to scoop that ball away. Chicago getting bumped on the backside of the rotation by Calm. And G2 still gonna feel that physical pressure from Version 1 as Calm tries to push it out.
A lot of space given to Atomic there, but that one gets away from him. Turnover in the offensive half, and Torment flicks that one over. Didn't know that Beast Mode was rotating to his left, so back and forth we go in midfield. Both teams jockeying for position here. Is Atomic going to boost up and look for a boom over to Chicago? And That's a great pass, especially with that demo that was just put on JNaps.
Beast Mode opting for control, but that pinch gave it away to Atomic. Calm still looking for bumps and demos and gets the touch, but nobody could really go for that ball. There was no opening for Beast Mode or Torment. G2 breakout again. Little space here. It's Torment's redirect deflected. Chicago up for this. Atomic's already on the backboard trying to get Calm off the ball. JNaps 27 as he leaves the wall. Lets it drop for Beast Mode. Beast Mode trying to trip Atomic up. He does flick it over him, but allowed Chicago to come in. Just when you think he catch G2 out.
Big demo.
They're gonna need a clear. Torment can't get the setup. Beast Mode has to wait for Chicago. Calm got a demo on the back end, but Chicago's protected the ball, and we go to OT.
Oh my goodness, Jorby. First OT of the grand finals today, and G2 looking to end it early, keeping the pressure up, but Chicago elects to rotate back, realize he probably wasn't going to win that challenge, and pays off dividends here as they maintain possession.
Calm almost got that follow-up 50. Chicago cuts off the angle again. Atomic playing close. Ball deflected by Beast Mode. JNaps off the corner. Light shot taken away by Beast Mode. JNaps again trying to set something up, but Calm gets in the way this time. Chicago and Atomic commit for this ball in midfield, leaving a gap open for Beast Mode. Here he comes. No touch. Calm has to come forward, but he can't because Atomic just boomed it back to Torment, who gets the touch back to the corner.
I don't think anybody was expecting Beast Mode to completely whiff on that play. Looked like he was lining it up to just rip one on target, gets the neutral 50-50, and Calm goes for the boost steal instead, and trying to get it back past the Torment. Doesn't work out. Here come Atomic. Chicago. Little miscommunication from G2, and that's going to turn this ball right over to Version1.
And Chicago and JNaps just took the ball away from Version1. Torment trying to find Beast Mode, but Chicago just gets in the way. And Chicago has been consistently just finding himself at zero, having to use the small pads, but it's kept him in the rotation, and he's gotten a lot of critical clears for G2. Not any small ones in this overtime either. Beast Mode popping this one up. Atomic gonna try to get set up. Got the reset. Back to Chicago. Up high. JNaps in the air.
There it is.
It's a shot blocked by Beast Mode, and the demo's opened up the back door.
Foot race.
It's a race.
Foot race.
And Beast Mode wins. Go!
Version1 steal it in overtime. G2 send the house, and the house crumbles.
Calm, that's a massive demo on the back end. That 50 skips out, and G2's third would have been there. But instead, physical play comes to the forefront for Version1. And man, G2, you thought they had it. The press was looking really good. Chicago had a lot of great touches in front. 3 saves to his name, but only 4 shots on net from G2, Subi. That kind of output against Version1 didn't get it done.
Yeah, not gonna work. You gotta figure something else out because your play style from game 2 isn't gonna work in game 3. Version1 just way too keen on it. And if Version1 is finding success without Calm getting even one single shot on target, you better perk up your ears, you better watch, because this is gonna be a treat for you once he does start to waken up. Calm, one of the most mechanical players that we know of in North America, and he's just getting the job done by being purely aggressive.
And for Version1, their game seems so heavily predicated on transitions. And the openings that demos give you on those transitions, that seems to work against G2. It's worked so far with a team that plays so aggressively, that high risk, high reward play style, that they've really mitigated a lot of the risk on these days. A team like Version1 are definitely going to trip you up. And so now G2 have to respond again here as we get game number 4 underway with Version1 in the lead.
Oh, nice little bait out there from Calm. Gonna win this challenge. And G2 has to race back yet again. Chicago slaps that ball away and slows down that push from V1.
Ball skips back out. Chicago got the 50. And G2 trying to set things up, but they've lost the neutral zone, and Chicago gets a massive boomer. JNaps is ready, but can't put it on target. Atomic, small pads, waits for Calm's touch. Got a hard beat out, and no one's going to be able to get to that. Calm already downfield, cut off by Chicago.
Of course he is. Why not? I mean, such a fun play style to watch because not only is he downfield looking for bumps, looking for demos, just trying to cause chaos on that back end, but it also gives V1 that opportunity to push that ball forward with a pass so he can try and redirect it on target, or he can turn that pass into a back pass himself that really just has to keep G2 on their toes.
Calm's got the reset back over to beast mode. The 54 up, no opening for Torment. Version1 trying to find their way through that G2 line, but JNaps have got the touch off the ceiling and a tough save for beast mode. Atomic has to flip back. JNaps also taking Calm off the play. Atomic winds up, launches it back towards the box. Can't get that follow-up touch. Calm gets in the way.
Good communication there from Calm over to beast mode. You saw beast mode start to push forward, but Calm, recognizing he had the double tap available to him, decides to call him off, push that ball towards midfield, and V1 still trying to break out of their own half as we see the G2 offense, what they are known for, the small ball passing plays to get the ball out of their own half and transition immediately into a shot.
And Calm has really stopped a lot of that.
Ooh,
look
at that cut.
Atomic swings wide, and there's Calm again with a big save. But he has been breaking up a lot of these G2 passes and their pushes, even breaking out a little bit for Version1. Torment gonna leave the play completely as Atomic's got control. Beast mode up in the air. G2 just can't win these 50s in the attacking third. Constantly forced back to the orange. They're still trying that small ball game. That touch gets away, beast mode gets deleted. Calm's gonna buy plenty of time, and G2 gotta try again from the orange.
And it really feels like right now, V1, the faster team on the pitch, so it feels like they're gonna consistently win these 50s. G2's gotta hit the ball. First off is Atomic lets that one get away, and it's gonna afford Version1 another opportunity, but JNaps, Chicago.
Woo!
Chicago turned away by Torment, and talk about a snap save on that one.
Yeah, Torment just getting there. Beast mode, lead man downfield. Torment takes it himself, forces the ball out. Calm slips it over Atomic, and now got to pass in front, but Beast mode can't commit. He has to wait for Atomic. Pops it across. Calm beats Chicago to the ball. Version1, first to every single touch here in the orange half. Torment, he's not going to get to that. Actually, he does
Nice.
keep JNaps to that ball. Calm back over to beast mode, and G2 try as they may. They're not dictating the pace of this game. Version1 are.
Yeah, just really awkward touches here from V1. Constantly throwing G2 off, and it's all calculated from V1. They know exactly what they're doing. And I love that save we saw there from Torment where he's racing back and just jumps. JNaps turned away, but Chicago cleans it up. And finally, 3.5 minutes later, we get our first goal in game 4.
You see beast mode pre-jump initially, puts himself out of the play. Torment tries to find the read, but JNaps follows through with the ball, and it left a gap open for JNaps to shoot it into their left side. And that slight panic from beast mode, it could have cost them. He still would have had to made the effort on the save. Wait, here they come again. Wow, diving stop by G2. Atomic, nice recovery, but beast mode scoots the ball away. Off the ceiling, it gets away from him. Calm protects the right side, keeps it close, makes it awkward for Atomic to fall back down on. Torment gets bumped out of the way, and I mean, these plays are happening fast, but the bumps are just coming in out of nowhere. Both of these teams rotating so tightly, and Atomic just getting that save. Beast mode almost getting the dunk.
G2 so low on boost here. They need a clear, and there it is. Less than 1 minute to go. G2 just trying to hold on. And Jorby, you were kind of critical of the shots they had in game number 3. Well, how does 7 feel here in game number 4 for them?
Man, doing a lot better than the 4 that they had last game. Still, they've let Version1 stick around. 30 seconds left. They're back on offense. Atomic cutting right back in. JNap's going to let Chicago go forward. He wins the touch against Calm. More time wasted off the clock for G2. Beast mode over 1. JNaps tries to find the clear, but Calm is in the way. Torment plays this hard against the corner. Beast mode's already in the air. He's missed the ball. Calm has to come forward. Chicago's going to pull off here. Knows he's got the time. Pushes off. Torment pops it up. Beast mode on the far side. Can't reach Chicago. Down. 3 seconds left. Calm, no read for him. Ball on the blue half. Torment, does he have a play? Pops it up, and JNaps read that ball perfectly. G2 tie the series.
Oh, and it feels like every single game, is gonna be a nail biter, Jorby. You know, I'm not counting that one game 2. Every single one of these has been 1 goal. I'm not counting that garbage time goal. Both of these teams just continue to jockey for position in midfield, and it feels like whoever is grabbing those big boost pads and winning the steal game is winning the overall game of Rocket League.
It's both teams trying to get in the way on the rotation. Calm especially just sitting downfield thinking, oh yeah, you want to clear it to the sidewall? Well, I'm there, so don't. And G2 were able to withstand that, get the win, and now it's about Version1 having to respond. They haven't really changed the game plan, Subi. Version1, kind of a one-trick pony is the wrong way to say this, but just their style of play, they are not going to deviate from it. They never do. That's how they try to win this game. It's gotten them this far. It allowed them to beat NRG in 7. G2 are going to be just as tough of an out on Wasteland night. One team takes it to match point, and JNAP sees that with 4:57 remaining.
Oh, and look at how he, whoop, bye-bye, Calm. He realized, okay, Calm doesn't have an angle on this ball. I know he has to go for a demo, and just gets out of the way, puts it far post and in. And 3 seconds into game number 5, G2 find themselves up by 1.
Oh, 2 nice touches from Chicago. JNAP's winger got deleted on the play. Now Atomic sweeping across, playing lead block. Chicago got the 50!
What?
And G2 draw it up beautifully for the goal.
Atomic just sets his head down, goes for Calm, then sets his sights on Torment, and the vision from Chicago to see that the right side was wide open and the ability to ground pinch it in. Just a thing of brilliance.
Just gotta let Atomic clear the path and follow the road. Just a little more traveled by Atomic. Beast mode. Underneath on the reset. Back over to Calm, but that's not gonna get it done. Torment forced the whole way back. He got the 50. This one's gonna stay in the play. Version1, I don't think the only other time they went down by 2 was at the very end of game number 2. And this time, they got a 2-goal deficit to climb out of early on here on Wasteland.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard one, especially when goals have been at a premium in this series. G2 so stingy on defense, and Version1 gonna have to be very creative at how they're gonna get this first one, but that's definitely something this team is capable of. Calm and Beast mode, their powers combined. I mean, between the clips from both of them, they have had some incredible ones over the last few months.
They've been a fun duo to watch for sure. The production hasn't been there for the last few games. The first minute and a half on Wasteland has been all G2, and they almost got a third. But Calm got a breakaway. It was taken away. He does win the 50, but you see Torment, no boost here. Opts to take that side boost, couldn't get to the ball. Version1, pure reaction right now to G2's offense. Ball swiped away by Beast mode, but Atomic pushes it right back in. Another air dribble. Does Version1 actually get something out of this? No, Torment has to pull back immediately. So where they were winning those 50s in the attacking third before, that neutral game starting to swing back in G2's favor. Here's Chicago, he sees it, and it's taken away. Common Beast mode. Not the double. JNAP swings it back across, and that's another goal for Atomic. G2 trying to run away with late Wasteland.
It is just a suffocating offense from G2. It never seems to stop, and all it took was that shot that got 2 defenders from Version1 to go that threw them into chaos and pandemonium on their back end, and G2 with a very comfy lead here. But all that done in the first half, so V1, although they're down by 3, they can absolutely pull out 3 in the second half.
Version1, pass in front for Torment, but JNAPS is there. Calm with a rebound. 2 on the back wall for G2. Atomic takes this one. Calm tried to get in the way, and Beast Mode's shot wasn't good enough, saved by Atomic. Torment flows this one back out to Beast Mode. Beast Mode, light shot, saved by Chicago. Calm's got no boost left, tries to protect it, maybe even get a pass. Stays with it, got the shot over, not the shot, but just the touch over, and it's taken away. Torment trying to protect the corner. Big miss, Chicago's forced back. Torment keeps it locked in front of the box, but Chicago stays with the ball. Calm's got the shot, and stopped again! That time it was JNAF. Pass in front. Torment nowhere near it. Cobb pass to beast mode. Oh, no! Torment backflips. Cobb with a shot. Backflips off. Nothing works. Everything's closed. Beast mode off the ceiling. One more to Torment. No chance. Where's Calm? He's not even gonna go for it. That was about 3 or 4 chances in a row.
You're kidding.
And Chicago is walking the whole way to the bank.
Oh, you want to know the definition of a comedy of errors? Look at the version 1 offense that immediately leads to a transition goal from Chicago for G2 Esports. And Jorby, I don't know how many opportunities version 1 had there, but you know, I lost the ability to count it on my fingers, that's for sure.
One off the post, one a little high, one saved immediately by Atomic. And G2 were covering, were smothering that net. Even they're a demo. Chicago just comes in. When you think you've created the opening, with G2, they've got the plaster to cover up that hole. It's like there never was one there. They've shut out version 1 so far in almost 4 minutes of gameplay. Beast mode slaps that ball down. But it's looking like G2's game on Wasteland right now. One goal is not gonna happen. Atomic was in the way, no matter what Beast mode tried to do with that ball. Scoots that ball across, got the 50, but the rest of version 1 were on the backside of the rotation. Even right there. They get close to the box, but was it ever that dangerous? G2 get the clear.
Stingy, stingy, stingy. G2 on that back line. Just seems like no matter how hard V1 try, no matter what they throw at the net, every single member of G2 ready and willing to make a save on that ball. It is just so impressive right now. G2 yet again in peak form on Championship Sunday. Name a better duo, Jorby.
9 straight shutout minutes from G2. And that number continues to climb. Chicago staying in front of that, sending version 1 a message. Beast mode. Barely got the save. That was impressive, but it's 4-0. It's the end of the game. And G2, with one more from the knapsack, take this series to match point.
JNAP's just flexing his accuracy right here. Pinpoint precision. That is the smallest window you can put that thing in. And JNAP's making it look like a skills competition.
Now, I mean, the question has to be, where does version 1 try to adjust? You had the offense, you even got some cheeky demos, but you couldn't find the back of the net. Where do things break down? Where do you have to adjust if you're version 1, Subi?
I don't know, but they are going to figure it out in this timeout that they're calling for, and it is much needed. I mean, regardless of trying to figure out how to play against G2, they need this timeout just to cool off. They need it to make sure that they don't go full tilt, because right now, G2 are just marching on a mission. Sound the alarms, start the buzzers, just everything going off, because G2 Esports on match point.
And think about how we started this whole tournament. Torrent, 3-0ing NRG. And there were so many other crazy things that were happening early on in that bracket. Top 6, you were looking at version 1 versus, or top 8, you were looking at version 1 versus Sonics to play against an NRG or a FaZe team. NRG and FaZe had to play a best of 5 in the lower bracket. This has been an insane tournament. But for G2, the only team that has been a mark of consistency in North America, 4 straight grand final appearances, and they're about to win another one if they could take it here on Neo Tokyo. This timeout is massive for version 1. When you talk about the road to London, this team has put themselves in a great position, no matter what happens at the end of this match. But you'd love the extra points to make sure there's no questions about it for V1.
Absolutely, and there is no better time for G2 to continue this climb, continue the ascension to greatness with the world. I mean, just everything on the line. But I was kind of fast forwarding a little too much. We got to pay attention to the spring major before we can go to the world championships. But with the spring major on the horizon, G2 looking like they haven't even slowed down from the winter major, and somehow they're looking better than they did then.
Also, I keep misspeaking. I keep saying that G2 have been to 4 straight grand final appearances. I'm wrong. It's 3. 3 straight grand final appearances. They've just been so good lately that I forgot the last time that they haven't been in the grand final.
For real.
All right, it's been a while.
I don't blame you. I thought the same thing. It just feels like they've been here so often, more times than not. And you know what? You're not wrong. It doesn't matter whether or not they've won it. They've been here, but they have won. Can't get ahead of ourselves. They won 2 straight, right?
No, they've won 3 straight. Their last 3.
Oh my goodness.
Their last 3
See,
grand finals, they've won them all.
All these numbers and
Wait,
letters.
no. The last 2. The last 2 they won it all. This is their 3rd.
What's going on,
You're
Jorby?
messing me up, Slurpee. You're messing me up, man. I've had it fixed. I had it fixed.
Let's get into Neo Tokyo.
We're good. This is their 3rd straight grand final appearance. G2 have won the other 2. Can they win their 3rd straight? 5 minutes of gameplay to go. Beast mode. Trying to get in front of this one and force game 7, but JNaps got the ball in front. A bouncer high. And Chicago off the ceiling. Back to Atomic, saved by Torment.
And one thing I'd like to see from version 1 here that I'm sure Fireburner was in their ear about is, okay, I love the pressure we're bringing, but we can't bring 2 so close together and leave that last man back on an island. And it seems like they've listened to that so far. A little more spread out here, a little more space. They're being aggressive, but still not giving too much space over to G2.
Good 50 by Atomic. G2 getting set up. Atomic getting a cheeky bump on the back line. Beast mode having trouble getting off the midfield line there as JNaps takes 2 touches. Chicago gets in the way and Beast mode has the save. Atomic was playing the offside of that bounce and just couldn't get back to it in time for the rebound.
Here comes Calm. Nothing in the boost tank there. Torment's waiting midfield, and talk about a 3rd man. Torment, so good at holding down that back line and striking just when you need him. Look at that. Oh no! Off the crossbar and out. The passing play was brilliant from version 1, but they can't convert.
You can't give that to G2. That's a gift. That one pushed across. Beast mode's got the touch and keeps it safe because JNaps was waiting for that one. And Atomic got the catch underneath. Version 1 would love to get a goal on the board to forget what just happened. Here comes Beast mode. JNaps avoids the bump on a Calm, and they're downloading this physical game from version 1. They have avoided the menace in front, trying to take them off the pitch. JNaps takes the ball away from Beast mode again. G2, Atomic avoiding Beast mode on the fall down. Calm gonna wait, backs it back up. Atomic losing that 50 to Calm, but JNaps got the ball and a go-ahead man downfield.
G2 just reading version 1 like a birthday card right now. Just have to look at it really quick and just go, yep, I know what it says. Got the gist. Happy birthday. Don't need to look at it for long, and 2.5 minutes have gone by, and it just feels like G2 starting to warm up, starting to create that pressure as JNaps gets that 50 on Torment. Here comes Calm, gets beat out by Chicago, but Beast Mode just fires that one on target. No one home for the pass, and G2 gonna look to start their offense.
Calm gonna get this touch over from Torment. Torment sees Beast Mode. Beast Mode lining this one up. Got the touch back to Calm. Calm was hoping someone would be there, but that touch was a dead ball, and G2 get a free clear.
Yeah, one too many touches there. Right idea, just not the greatest execution as Beast Mode pops that one up. Torment gets the boost steal. He's going to go for the pass towards midfield, and Atomic gets that one back into the corner, and G2 definitely need a big clear here, and it comes off of JNaps' hood as Torment sends it right back, but it gave G2 just enough time to reboost up.
Atomic back over to Chicago. Into the corner. Version 1, more defense awaits them. Chicago lets Atomic take this one. Beast Mode gonna grab the ball, back over to Calm, no. Atomic found Chicago, what a shot, was saved!
Whoa!
Oh! Torment backflips on that, off the bar and out. Another pass, no one from G2 gonna commit. And Chicago got the ball right back. JNaps swings back around this ball. Version 1 have survived on defense for now, but for how long? It's Torment. Looks for the soft touch to Calm and gets Version 1 out of the blue half.
That is a great play to get that clear downfield, and Beast Mode gets the demo. This ball just hanging, lurking in the orange half. 2 go from G2. Calm looking to punish, but JNaps gets the pinch. Atomic gets the clear, and another great play from G2. These teams just continue to battle back and forth. Less than 1 minute to go here, Jorby, and G2 Esports on golden goal.
Atomic pushing the ball across. Calm misses it. Beast Mode's gonna be able to protect it. Nobody's able to get out from version 1. That's 2 touch for JNAV. Calm did get a piece of it, and it skips out to Chicago. Squared up against Beast Mode. Atomic diving forward. Has Torment beat. Atomic in front of the box. JNAV's had to pull out of the play. I wasn't looking at JNAV's on that play, but he looked a little awkward. Now Beast Mode squares up on the 50, but it goes back to the corner. Calm got the boost steal, trying to get the 50. Got it over Chicago, but doesn't have any speed to go with it. And Atomic gonna stay on top of this ball. Keep it close. Don't give a free touch to Torment. Overtime.
Kickoff going to be so important here. And once again, going in favor of G2. I'm going to have to clean this one up, use a lot of boost to get it out of his own half. And version 1 have to race back on defense. Man advantage for G2.
Up high, Calm got the touch, but he runs into Torment. Beast Mode's the only man downfield for the 50. He's actually just going to take the ball. No 50 needed. Beast Mode going forward. Version 1, need game 7. Chicago puts it back over to the corner. He wants another grand final victory. Torment pushes this one up, but it's denied by JNAV. Calm gets in front of it. Beast Mode has to wrap around quickly. Chicago there to cut him off, and Calm on the race. Flicks it over 1, but JNAV's is there for the touch. Atomic diving back, hoping no one's in the neutral zone. No one was, and JNAV's getting that touch back over to Chicago. G2 fighting for possession right now on their own half. Beast Mode gets one touch out. JNAV, he loses his control off the post. Calm's got a free look underneath, but no goal. JNAV has enough boost. Torment gets in the air. Chicago, one last try, throws it downfield, and Beast Mode comes up with the touch. Version 1 back on defense. There's JNAV back over to Atomic. Atomic pushes the ball up in front of the box. Here comes
Beast
again.
Mode's messed up.
He gets his own touch off the bar. Chicago,
goal! G2 Esports take the grand finals of our 7-11 Slurpee Cup. And it's so painful to see Beast Mode get tied up on that crossbar, falling down from the heavens, and G2 Esports punishing